Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They start the drive with Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive come out for there.
You've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 3. A play fake. Now Penix. Got his man, Dell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 15 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
You look at this Arizona defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
To the air, Penix.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Take Dell.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves you out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They run behind center with Connor. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run for it with Connor. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
You know, what a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You look at this Arizona defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
On 2nd down, it's Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Penix.
Have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Penix.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's to Dell. Oh, what a catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Take Dell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Wilson snags it left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Connor up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, Connor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll throw with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Penix on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
That's complete to Dell. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now he'll try to run with this. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd down, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney from 10 yards out. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 55 yards. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring,
and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he's trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Penix will try again on 2nd and 10.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
To throw again is Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, it looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw, Penix. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. Got London on the slant. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So we've reached halftime in a wild. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Penix. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, Dell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Handoff now to Robinson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On second down, Connor looking for space. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 14. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first down is Penix.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Still on his feet. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run over center with Benson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Connor, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And here now come the Falcons. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Credited with a 1-yard, make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Penix. Throw left side. There's London. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Throws right back to London. Complete again. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Robinson up the middle, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight 1st downs. They'll run with Benson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone. And
I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run again here with Robinson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And looking to throw, Penix.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Penix going to look to throw on 1st down.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Taylor Heineke,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Connor, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. B.J. Ojulari able to make the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. That is caught, and that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll look to throw again. Steps away. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcon, there he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench.
Are you Atlanta or Atlanta,
and he knocks
LOL?
the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They'll throw with Penix. Caught left side here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Gotta hit him with the Dre Lewis.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On the run is counter. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Are you playing franchise?
Pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Brissett looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big loss there. And it goes down as a sack as well.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Dallas.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
They'll run for it with Connor, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination, touchdown.
comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 12. 45 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Penix on 1st and 10. That's caught by Pitts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's Penix. Right back to Pitts again. And he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Dell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cards, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long.